Okay, y'all. Today is a big day. I've had this bike for almost a year and I have yet to put it in sport mode. I've been kind of afraid to, but I think I feel courageous enough to tackle it today. Let's see if my favorite parking lot is clear and empty and ready for me to act like a hooligan. It took me a really long time to put my bike in standard mode. I started in rain mode, and then for 6 months probably, I stayed in rain mode. But today, we are going to pop it into sport mode and then take it for a little spin. Okay, are y'all ready for this? I am so excited. A little nervous. Okay. Probably put it in the right. There we go. Woohoo! Okay, y'all are seeing it here first. It is in sport mode. So, this will be my first sport mode ride and possibly a review. Okay, let's go. If you have a Rebel 1100, what mode do you ride in most of the time? Do you ride in sport mode all the time? Do you have your own user mode? Because I know user mode is one of the modes. It's the adjustable one, the customizable one. I have yet to put it into user mode because I don't really know what I want out of this bike yet. It's been a year and still trying to figure it out. Let's rip it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, you could be such a hooligan in this bike. Now oh, I feel so giddy. This is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright, first impression, sport mode is cool. I don't think I can cuss on this channel, but it is heckin' cool. Oh. And this is why this bike is the perfect bike to grow into. Because you start in rain mode as you learn, and then you can pop it into standard as you feel more confident and comfortable. And then when you want to just rip it, put it in sport mode and let it fly. And hopefully you will be able to keep up with it. Wow, oh, this is so cool. You can't see me, but I definitely have a smile on my face. I can also tell the difference. So from just my experience, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like it takes longer for the engine to shift up. I have a DCT, so it shifts automatically. And right now, it's staying in 5th gear, so it's not gonna go into top gear. And that's fine, that's fine. Oh, I'm gonna miss this light. That's okay, I have more time to pontificate upon the merits and demerits of sport mode. So far, no demerits. I guess the one thing to watch out for is you could probably get yourself in a sticky situation with sport mode because you just want to go fast. I want to go fast. I do want to take it easy. I don't want to go too hard too fast. Wow, this sport mode makes me like my bike even more. Oh my goodness. I'm probably not going to get too many opportunities to rev it, the speed up from a start. I actually don't know where I'm going. Where would I go to test this out? Probably the freeway. Really not that close to a freeway though. And it's way too cold for me to be on one. I'm already shivering. I've only been out here 30 minutes. Turns out 60 degrees is still kind of cold. I have heard that the transmission is a little twitchy in sport mode, and I can definitely see where that description would come into play, because coming from that light, I just opened the throttle a little bit, just as I normally would in standard mode, and it did want to keep ooh, a pumpkin patch. Oh, I want to get a pumpkin. I don't have a backpack on me. Anyway, back to the discussion at hand. I haven't been to a pumpkin patch in ages. I don't know where I would put a pumpkin on this thing though. But anyway, so with this for the sport mode, when I accelerate, it definitely wants to go fast. It feels like however fast I'm going, I'm still holding it back, and that it just wants to be released like a tiger. Yeah, I'm going 33 right now in third gear, which is refreshing. And my bike is just itching to go faster. I think I'm finally starting to feel the full potential of this bike. And it has a whole lot of potential. And I think that's also why people were really, really surprised when I bought this as my first bike. You can very easily get into trouble with an 1100cc bike. And I agree. But as long as you ride responsibly and don't try to be a hooligan, just ride safe, and then your bike will treat you well. Oh, but I love this. The rumble of the engine. Okay, so I won't drag this on too long. I'll say that sport mode is fantastic. It gets my vote. And I will probably ride in sport mode more often. Now that I realize what it's all about, I think before I was ready to try this mode, I kind of hyped it up in my mind as this very advanced feature that I may never ascend to that level of skill. But really, it's just a mode. Most of you out there will probably know more about this than I do, but it increases the power. Hold on, I need to get through this turn. I don't want to slide off my bike the first day I'm in sport mode. That would suck. But sport mode increases the power, decreases the traction, mid-level for engine braking. I should probably have been more prepared with specs and stats. But right now, I am just talking from a user's perspective. And I can tell you that this is so cool. There's one more thing I should mention about the sport mode. And you can tell me if you have this experience too, but when you roll off the throttle, it's also kind of twitchy in that sense that it decelerates very quickly if you roll off the throttle. So it's not as smooth of a ride. It's definitely something to get used to. Okay, my last note about sport mode. It kind of sounds louder. This is probably just my imagination, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably am. Maybe I'm just amped up from adrenaline. Just the idea of testing this out for the first time ever. Oh, you know what? It's because it revs higher. That's why. Doy. Alright, I will end my review here. But if you have a bike, what are some features that you still have yet to explore? And if you have a Rebel 1100, what mode do you ride in the most often? What makes you feel the most comfortable? Tell me in the comments, or just drop a line to say hi. I like chatting with people in the comments, so feel free. Share anything that you feel you'd like to share. All right, I am going to focus on this windy road now in sport mode. So I will catch you in the next one. Stay safe, everyone. Peace out. All right. Ready to rip it? Woo-hoo! Oh! Yeah, buddy! But oh my gosh, if I was ever on the fence about keeping this bike before, I am definitely solidly on Team Rebel.